Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru, and welcome to this week's Get More Referrals Today podcast. Today, I want to talk to us about legacy and what actually legacy is. You see, most people, when they think about legacy, they think about the impact they've got to make, or they think about doing this amazing thing that everyone's going to remember, or they think about having to transform or change people's lives. But really, and none of those are incorrect, there's a thing that makes legacy carry on. And I'm going to get into that real soon. As always, if you love the episode, please share it with one other person. Just change one other person's business to be better, bigger, so they can go out there and contribute more to society. In essence, leave that legacy. Make sure you subscribe on your favorite podcast station. Make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel and follow us on any of our social platforms. So let's get into today. And what I want to be able to do, and for those people who are watching this, I'm going to just share screen as I sort of go through and draw this out for you. Those listening to the podcast, that's okay. Just you can draw it out yourself, or you can picture what's going on. So we've got our three circles, and we call this our genius model. And the center where those three circles all interact is the result that we want to be able to create for people. That result is for you to be able to have this $1 million business. Okay, so to be able to get that $1 million business, there are three key levers that we focus in on. The first key lever is around transform. See, we've got to be able to transform the way that we think from being that cortex, logical, rational, analytical, boring way of thinking to being that more heartfelt, authentic, limbic way of thinking. Because if we don't transform the way we think, the way that our message is, the way we communicate with others, then in the end, the other levers don't matter. The second lever is around scale and being able to become more profound in our strategy. The way we scale and fill our pipeline through referrals, through our networks, through partnerships, the way that we nurture and we bring people forward, the way that we actually enroll people for life. See, if you just did that in that cortex, boring, logical, analytical way, you don't go anywhere near as far or fast as what you do when we can scale with that limbic thinking. But it's this third lever that I want to be able to get in and touch on today. And this third lever is legacy. And legacy is all about how do you make your business more magical? How do you make your business more extraordinary? And if you just went straight away in your own head, my business is already that, you've already failed. Because as soon as you think that your business is as extraordinary or as magical as it can be, you've already lost the game. What you've always got to be, and you think of anyone who has some sort of legacy, they're always, how do I make it better? How do I make bigger impact? How do I get to change that? How do I do things that make people feel even more? So I want to be able to share something. Over the weekend, I went out to this festival. And this festival was, it was fantastic. And the main act there were hunters and collectors. So we're at this festival and hunters and collectors come on and they do their sets, but their end song is usually put your hand around me, which is huge hit. And now there's 5,000 people out there in this festival in a field, and to think that song comes on, and it's about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, so it's dark, and you've got 5,000 people at the top of their voice, sitting along with their phone out, with their torch on their phone, and you just look around and you go, that is legacy. That is making an impact. That is changing other people's lives. But you think, where does all that come from? And that's what I really want to be able to get into you right now, is where does that come from? See, it's not the song that does that. It's not just simply the band's well known. It's that they ensure that they create an experience. They create this feeling. They evoke the brain chemicals. It's all the things that we talk about. And they're the same things that you can do. I don't care if you've been in business for a week or you've been in business for 5 years or you've been in business for 50 years. We just don't think enough about this magical experience lever and how can we actually create feelings with our prospects, with our clients, with our team, with every single person who's around us. And once we start doing that, we're going to start coming up with bigger, better, different ways of actually trying to create that outcome. Now, to leave a legacy, you really only have to impact one person's life. But we don't tend to think about that anywhere near well enough with our business. We go, well, yeah, we want to be able to help them get this, or we want to be able to help them to be able to achieve this result, or we want to be able to give them these features or these benefits or this outcome. And that's great. Very logical cortex brain thinking. See, it's rational, it's analytical. But as soon as you change that and you flip the switch and you end up going, okay, what impact do I want to make? How do I want to make someone feel? What can I actually do that really makes a huge difference in their life? That is where all of a sudden you can impact and change one person's life. So as you change one person's life, you're now starting to be able to leave that legacy. And all of a sudden you go from to impacting one person's life to 2 people's lives, to 5 people's lives, to 10 people's lives, to 1,000 people's lives, to 1,000,000 people's lives. See, legacy is not about having to do this absolutely amazing thing that no one else has ever done before. That's not what legacy is about. Legacy is about being able to impact and change, transform someone else's life through what it is that you do. Now, when you think about it from that perspective, you're already on a path to being able to leave a legacy. What I want to be able to do is get us to be able to think deeper. What I want us to be able to do is to get us to be a little bit more profound. What I want us to be able to do in this legacy lever is to think, how do I make things more magical? You think about all the little moments. You send an email, you sing a song, you communicate, you're on the phone, you're working with clients, you're delivering outcomes. Every single one of those individual moments, what can you do to make it a little bit more magical? What can you do in your limbic brain to be a bit more heartfelt, to be a bit more profound, to activate brain chemicals and make someone feel a particular way? Now, you do that to one person, you've impacted their life. You do that to 10 people, you've impacted 10 people. You do that to hundreds of people. And when you think about this and you go, and I'm going really sort of right field here, and you think about cult followings, what actually is it? It's just simply that they're caught up in the positive emotions of that particular thing that they want to be around. And when you've got 5, 10, 100, 1,000, 1,000,000 of exactly the same sorts of people who want to be around, in essence, that's all a cult is. So if you think of your favorite sporting team or your favorite band, your favorite actor, actresses, they've got cult followings. Now, it's not because, in essence, it's how good they are. That part is a small piece. How good they are make you feel a particular way. And it's that feeling that you get that then makes you go, I want to buy more albums, watch more of their shows, be around more. And then all of a sudden you start finding other people who are like that too. Then you find other people who are like that. And that's how a cult gets created. Now, most people don't start out going, I'm going to create a cult. But imagine if we transform this actually into a business sense and we change the word cult to a tribe, and you create tribes of clients that you make feel a particular way, that you impact in a particular way, that you change and make their life better in a particular way. Now you're starting to leave a legacy. Now you're going to have people talking about you after you've gone. You're going to be able to help those people maybe go on and leave a legacy themselves. And that, to me, is how legacy should be looked at. Legacy is not about just doing this one amazing thing that someone's going to remember for the rest of their life and put you up in lights. Legacy is about day in, day out, transforming, impacting, changing, making other people's lives better. And they've got to feel like they belong. They've got to feel like you care about them. They've got to feel that the experience that they're having with your business is one that they can't get anywhere else. Because when they start doing that, they start talking about you. When they start talking about you, other people want to be a part of it too. And now you can impact more people. So don't take legacy as, well, unless I impact 1 million people, I can't leave a legacy. No. As business owners, we're not trying to be the actor, the actress, the singer, the band. We're not trying to have hundreds of millions of followers. Just start. How do I leave a legacy by changing one person's life? And then all of a sudden, that one person's life becomes 2 or 3 or 10 or 20 or 50. And now all of a sudden, you've got this little tribe of followers. You've got this tribe that you are impacting. They will always talk about you. They'll pass on stories to their siblings or their children of what you did to make their life better. That's legacy. So just think, how do you go and start impacting one person's life? How do you start making their life better? Now, to leave a legacy, you've got to actually firstly start with wanting to be able to do that, to want to impact one person's life, to be able to change one person's life. And when you start there, a whole bunch of different things are going to start coming up. So again, when we look at our genius model, and in the middle of our genius model sits that $1 million business, that to us is what we want to be able to create. Make people more profitable, make people be able to create greater impact, for them to be able to leave a legacy for themselves and for their own clients. And to be able to do that, there's 3 key levers: transform, scale, and legacy. 9 projects, we call them accelerators, sit around that to allow us to be able to get that $1 million business. But when we just focus in on the legacy lever, it starts by you simply being able to go, what legacy do I want to leave? Do I even want to leave a legacy? And I've got a feeling with you being in business that you want to change people's lives, that you want to make their life better, that you want to improve their livelihood. And it's why you went into business. It's why most people go into business, because they can make a difference. See, you're already on a path to being able to leave a legacy. You just got to think about it in those ways. And there's a funny thing that happens when you start thinking about, how do I leave a legacy? You become more limbic brain. You become more heartfelt. You become just that little bit more when it's like, you know what? I really want to make that person's life better. And new ideas, new thoughts, new ways will all start popping up than what you're used to right now. So change the thinking from, I'm just running a business, to You know what? Once I pass away and someone was reading off this piece of paper at my funeral, what would they be saying? What were the things that I did? What were the people that I helped? And just imagine all those people are there that shared one thing. What would they be saying? Now, you might not have done those things yet, and that's absolutely fine because you've got time. But that's how you start creating legacies. Hopefully that's been super helpful. Different way to look at it, but I think a really important way. Because if you're just in business simply just to be able to put out fires and do, it's not going to be long before you're super burnt out. And when you start really getting into what is the real reason why I'm here, what's my real purpose, and you start getting into this legacy piece, all of a sudden you get this fire and you get this drive and you get this burn. And it doesn't matter what obstacles get in your way, you're going to get straight through it. Hey, if you love the episode, please share it with one other person. Make sure you subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Join us on YouTube, Referral Marketing Guru, and come find us on any of our social networks. If you want to find out more about how to limbic your business, then you can watch the video at michaelgriffiths.com.au. It's just right there on the front page of that website to how to go from cortex brain to limbic brain and really being able to take your business to be transformed, scalable, and in the end, more magical. Till next time, take care, and I'll speak to you real soon. See you later, all.